Hey, Bree. Welcome to the Queen of
Hello.
Quirks podcast. Okay, can we
So
talk about your
excited.
merch like immediately? We need to talk about your merch. Tell us about this shirt, this
Absolutely.
adorable shirt.
So pink is definitely my vibe. My classroom is pink, and that's just kind of my phone's pink. I got a pink iPad for Christmas, all the things. But once I saw the bows and all of the pink, I got this for merch, and I also did cave and I bought their like little ankle socks with Marie on them.
Marie.
Yes, did not
Oh
wear them, but have them as well. So
my God, I love it so much. So tell us where you went while you're here.
absolutely. So it was the weekend of December 14th is when we made our way to Florida to go to Disney World, and it was just like a 72-hour experience, and it was absolutely incredible. It was so nice to get out of the cold here in Ohio and get to actually feel some sunshine. And we stayed at Pop Century, which was absolutely such a vibe. It was so cute. I've never seen the property, and your recommendation was absolutely perfect. Having the Skyliner was perfect. We literally walked down one set of stairs and we were there. So like whatever room you picked was just absolutely top tier. I've never seen that property. Getting to see every single building and go through the eras was very, very aesthetic. And then on Friday night, we actually got to do the Christmas party at Magic Kingdom, which we can divulge into as well. And then Saturday, we just kind of resort hopped. We had a couple different reservations. And same thing, I got to see resorts I've never stepped foot on before. So all the decorations was amazing, and we just ended it with dinner at Disney Springs. And then
Oh
we
my
had to
God.
had to fly
You,
home to the snow, but
Ugh, okay, but you guys did it so well. I can already tell because you don't seem stressed. You just seem excited. You saw so much stuff. I'm so glad that you guys utilized the Skyliner, that you got to see some resorts. Doesn't it make you just like want to go back and just do a trip of just resort hopping?
absolutely. We have already been like, okay, so December 2026, this is to the point where it's going to be like my birthday trip. And I'm like, sold.
I'm so jealous.
First week of December, let's go.
Plus, it gives you into the Christmas vibes, does it not?
It does. Oh my gosh.
Because I don't know about you, but like being an adult, sometimes I feel like I know it's Christmas time, but because we have like jobs, and everything, it's like it's hard to get into the Christmas spirit.
It can be for sure. And I think something that is really hard when, you have kids, you have jobs and the holidays. I mean, you are just on like overdrive all the time. So to have some moments to like feel the joy yourself is really, it like fills your cup, if that makes sense.
Totally
Mhm.
fills our eggnog cup all the way up.
Oh, or the
Well,
Disney cups that you buy.
I can't stop buying the Disney cups. I just had my Christmas cup break. So I'm like, that is the Lord telling me I need to go back to the park at Christmas time so I can get a brand new Starbucks tumbler.
Oh my God, this was such a it was so random, but I've never done like a dining plan, so I'd be curious to like pick your brain on that one day for
Mhm.
future. But we were getting lunch the one day and this guy bought our lunch for us. He was like, "I'm literally leaving, so like here, take my swipes." I was like, "Oh my God, really?"
What?
Yeah, it
That
was
is so
amazing.
nice. This is what I'm
So
talking
nice.
about. That's some of the Disney magic that I talk about. It doesn't have to be direct. It's just stuff that happens at Disney because people are happy.
People are
It's so
happy.
great.
So absolutely so great.
Okay.
So that was definitely a random surprise.
Okay. So let's go back. Let's go all the way back to you guys check into Pop Century. We don't
Mhm.
need to do a whole review of Pop Century, but I'm excited because it is probably, I mean, I've stayed in different places. I've stayed in really nice places. I freaking love this resort, and the room is so great.
It was, and I want to say I think you told us that like we got renoed pretty recently at that in our building that we were in, and we definitely saw them doing renovation there. It 100% is everything that you need it to be. They have built-ins for the organization, which is really helpful. And obviously, like having two beds was really great because then like the one comes out of the wall. So once you don't need it, you just kind of put it up. And I was able to set up, like my makeup station and lay out all my outfits and stuff like that. So that was really awesome. The weather was great. So we actually even got to sit out by the pool. Not, like in bathing suits or anything, but just in shorts and my little zip up. And for like an hour, we just sat there and had a drink from that cute little like Petals bar at the Hippie Dip, which was so
It's so
great.
cute.
It was so great. And then because both of the days we weren't in a rush, everything that we had planned in the itinerary that you had sent, there was no rushing around. There was absolutely zero stress, which was amazing because I think sometimes when you are there for a short period of time, it's like go, 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 team no sleep. But no, we had so much time, and then seeing every era was really great.
You know what? That is the one thing too about going to a party that I just love because I'm like, you do have extra time. And even though it was a quick trip, you know you're not going to the park till later. So you can
But yeah,
chill. And the thing is like you can't know that till you experience it because before the trip, it just everything seems like stressful a lot. You're like, okay, I want to make sure I do this. Like it just seems like it's going to come at you like a freight train. But when you're there and you're on vacation time and just the way that everything is so convenient for you once you get to the park and the hotels, you really do have time to like breathe and it's surprising. And then you're like, oh, wait, we're good.
we really did. And getting to walking the grounds was, like I said, super fun because, and this is again to the point of the magic that I feel like some people might just not understand or overlook. Down to like on the one, it was more of I think maybe like 90s or something like that. They had a huge computer screen, and obviously very old school. But in the computer, every single like little pixel thing is like a Mickey shape.
Oh,
Everything that's
good.
yeah,
Honestly, I
everything
don't
is
think I noticed that. I've stayed there that many
everything that
times.
yeah, everything
I'm
that
going to look next
circles
time.
the pools, it matches every single theme. I mean, all the Imagineers and every single designer who goes into this process, I would just love to sit in their brain for a day because every single thing has a place and a purpose, and it's magic. That's all you can say.
It's just
So,
incredible.
resort was
Did you
great.
guys, okay, good. Did you guys end up like checking out the cafe there?
We did. That's kind of where we got breakfast the one morning, and then we did get lunch there. And I bought my backpack there because I wanted it for the party. I did.
Okay, listen, that is one of my very favorite uh resort like gift shops. I feel like they have everything. They have everything.
It
So
really
good.
was. It was kind of like a mini World of Disney. I was very, very
Yes.
impressed. So I
What'd you
wanted to
get?
make sure. I did this shirt from World of Disney when we did Disney Springs, but I wanted to make sure that I had a cute little Christmas backpack for the party because I did not find one that I really liked leading up to it. And I was like, I'll just wait. So the one that I got, it is the Peppermint Mickey, and it's like this red.
Peppermint Mickey.
Yep, it's like a red glitter material with the peppermints, and it's just very, very cute.
Oh my gosh. And also it's just fun because you're like, I got something. First of all, when you go to the park, you're like, what can I buy? You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You
just
just
heads on a
like
swivel.
it doesn't matter like how much prep work you did. You're like, what do I want? You know what I mean? So it's fun that you got
To
something
treat
from the
yourself.
resort that you stayed in. Yeah, treat yourself. And I'm glad you got something from the actual resort that you stayed in too, because that's super fun.
Yeah, that was
So
definitely a big win.
so the first day that you guys got there was that did you I can't remember, did you guys get in Thursday or Friday? Did you go the actual day of your party?
We flew in Thursday night. There
Okay,
was only
good.
like one small hiccup. They had to de-ice our plane for like 45 minutes. So we probably didn't get on
Cleveland.
property. Cleveland didn't get
Cleveland
onto
stuff right there.
property probably until like 11:30, which even still
Okay.
wasn't bad. Our transportation went off that a hitch from airport to resort, which was really awesome. And then we got to walk around a little bit before we got settled in for the night, seeing all the Christmas decor. Oh, that is something we could spend the entire time talking about because
We
every
can do what we
single
want.
place
Let's talk about it. We
has
can do it.
garland everywhere and different swags everywhere and just unmatched the effort that goes into catering to where you are. It was absolutely incredible.
So this is at Pop. They did a good job
Yeah.
too.
So that
Good.
was Thursday. And then we woke up Friday, and then Friday was party day.
Even the lobby at Pop, like when you walk in to check into your, or did you just go straight to your room? Did you go through the
Nope,
lobby?
we went to the lobby. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because the lobby is so cute, and they have like all those fun little. Did you like look around at the little knickknacky things in the windows and stuff?
Yes. So
A
stinking
lot of
cute.
details. Yeah.
And again, since it was a little bit later, there wasn't really anybody around. So they were really able to take their time and talk with us. And the woman who wrote our map, I mean, that's a skill in itself. She knew
Oh,
exactly where we were going to be and when and how many rights and lefts and how many steps you needed to get there. And it was great. And she did it like all upside down. I was like, okay.
well, they're magicians. I
Literally
mean, you do it thousands of times a day. You probably get okay at, but I'm gonna give them their props because also they're so nice. It's like
have to.
it's such a good like you get into the resort over there too. And this is the thing about staying on property. We can't speak for the Hiltons off property. Which listen, if that's your only option, still go. Okay, it's fine. It's gonna be fun. But Disney cast members are doing the most, right? Like they're doing the most.
They really are.
They're so friendly and fun to talk to. It's like, can we just all hang out together? Like,
I
can we
said
go get a drink and just hang out?
between Disney people and cast members and Chick-fil-A, I think we could run the world. But I
Yes.
digress.
Okay. So you guys get up the next morning. You had breakfast at Pop.
Hmm.
Okay. And then what'd you do after that?
That was when we honestly just stayed in our, little comfy pajamas. I had
Oh,
my cute
yeah.
little fleece zip up and we walked around, saw the property. And then by that time it was maybe like 11:30 or so, maybe noon, because like I said, we had so much time. Had our drink hour by the pool and then
Mhm.
got ready for the party. And we did get there kind of what you said in the itinerary that you'd send over, get there just as soon as you can in case we wanted to meet characters and stuff when we got in. We went right into the queue lines and waited for a little bit, and then they let us in pretty much like 4 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah. Cool. So then you just kind
Mhm.
of did you go through the little cattle run where they give you your bracelet, your map, and then you get like I can't remember. I know I talked about it on the Christmas episode, but you get a little treat, right? You get a little treat.
Yes, the treats were absolutely incredible. Never tasted cookies like that, I feel.
Really? Oh, that makes me
Yeah,
so happy. What
they
about
were.
that cute DJ girl? Like when you're walking in, she's playing the
Oh my,
music. I love her.
yeah, she was so cute. And again, it was really. I don't want to say that I was nervous, but I've never done a party for being such a Disney person.
No,
And
yeah.
every single person had a place and there were signs and directions, like it's to a science, they know what they're doing. It was really sweet because we actually got like a photo package for the day as well, which again you told me was going to go off without a problem, and that's exactly what it was. So we
Okay, good.
kind of were going everywhere because as soon as we saw photo stations we were trying to take advantage of those as well.
How are the lines and stuff with the photo stations? Did you guys?
The first couple were a little longer, but
Yeah,
also I think that's just because there was that overlap with people still being in the park. Once
yeah.
it hit past 7 o'clock, I mean, we were waiting 10 minutes, if
Oh,
that.
that's good to hear. Oh, I like that. That's good. I think you guys went at a really good time too. Like
Mm.
it wasn't in November. It's
Nope.
like you're still in that Christmassy period, but I feel like the closer you get to Christmas too, like it starts really ramping up with the crowds. So you felt like crowds were pretty
Yeah,
good.
I really do. When we were doing rides, same thing. I want to say same thing right when we got there. We did hit Space Mountain,
Yeah,
which was
baby.
really, really cute. But we waited maybe 35 for that one. But again, there was that overlap there. So once everybody had cleared out, I had never done it, but we walked onto Tiana's in 5 minutes.
Ooh, that feels so good.
It
I'm
did
glad
feel
you
really
did that
good.
first too. Did you get really wet? How was it?
We did that kind of like last.
Oh, you did? That was smart.
Yeah, that was one of
Good.
the last things we did before we headed to the dessert party. So,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
but
Well,
yes, definitely
when you
got
went
wet.
on okay, when you went on space, I know they had the Christmas overlay with the lights and stuff. Was it
Mhm.
already on? Because did you go do that like in the beginning when you first got into the park?
We did. And honestly, I even said, I'm like, did I miss something? So
Oh, okay.
they might not have, if we're being totally honest, or I might have just missed it. But I
I
was
feel
like, where's the Christmas?
that's the thing, and I feel like a failure now. That one, the ride overlays, like the special ones for the party night, are not going to be turned on until the actual party start. I
Future
suck.
future preference. No. Are
Yeah,
you kidding? No. You're the pixie dust you sprinkle on what you plan is absolutely amazing. So
you're
again,
sweet.
that's something that I could have probably like figured out, myself too, or asked somebody, but not even mad about it because Jingle Cruise was it was
Oh,
so great.
I'm so glad that you guys went on that. I'm such a jingle dork. I
It
love it.
was
That's so
so fun.
cool.
That was kind
So
of like
cool.
our last little loop. So we had hit Tiana's and then we actually got to meet Jack Sparrow, which was a pleasant surprise.
You did?
I did.
Where
There
was it
was
like
no
in a
sign.
oh, God. What? You guys just had I think you guys just really hashtag blessed. You just had a good night overall.
We really did, and I think we waited 10 minutes for him to kinda show back up, but there was nobody in line, and of course, he was hysterical, and the pictures turned out so great, as again, we're dripping wet, so you can see how from Tiana's. So the pictures
Okay.
were really funny. Jingle Cruise
Well,
was
you
right
know
there,
what?
and then
You were shipwrecked. You know what I mean? It was totally fine because you were talking to Jack. You were shipwrecked. What can you do?
it was fitting, so
Yeah,
I like the way you
100%.
think.
Yeah, yeah,
And
I love
then
that. Okay.
Jingle Cruise was right there, and then dessert party, we went.
So in terms of like scale of 1 to 10 of like Christmas decks, giving Hallmark, like what are we talking here in the park? Because Magic Kingdom, they like blow up. They blow up the Christmas thing.
Yes, I can honestly say, obviously, I don't really know if anything in life is a 10, that's always the goal, but I'm talking probably like 9.7, 9.8. It
Okay,
was
well,
absolutely amazing.
we'll take it. That's pretty close.
The
That's good.
snow was so stinking cute. Once it started snowing on Main Street, that was a whole other like layer of tears that were happening on the inside. It was so great. The music choices were really awesome too. And I just feel like, some of the songs that they were playing as well are songs that like my family and I have listened to since I feel like I, was a child. So, I mean, the amount of FaceTimes that I gave to them, the
Oh,
videos, just because to share the feeling was
yes.
something that I wanted to share as well. So that was really awesome as well. The parade,
Oh, go
same
ahead.
thing. Had never seen really like a full on parade. And what was great was we really kind of got to see it twice because also when we were at the dessert party where the terrace was, you got to see everything coming as well.
Oh, how cool. Okay, so we're gonna add, if you're cool with it, we're gonna add some photos, videos, stuff that you guys took so that people can kind of see what y'all did. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, did you watch the show? Did you go see get like the little show by the castle?
Sorry, my dog is barking.
Oh no, it's fine. It's life.
We did not. I heard it, but one thing that I can say that I think area of growth for myself was I was so excited. And obviously there's so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go in, not that I wasn't prepared because you gave us everything we needed and when, but, like, I was like, "Oh my god, like, kid in a candy store, where should I go and what should I do and when?"
Totally.
So I think going back, because 100% I will be there again, but I would probably pick maybe 3 things to focus on.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
Yeah, because you could spend the entire time, like, just hitting photos or just doing shows and not even hit rides or not even hit the cookie trail. So there was just so many things where picking 3 I think would be good to solidify.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said that. And actually, and I did touch on this a little bit in the Christmas episode because I did bring up the party that you guys went to, which I'm glad that you guys went to the dessert party and I can't wait to hear about it. But that is like one of those things, like when you make choices like that, like you said, like it's impossible to do everything and you're not supposed to. They want you to come back and we want to come back. But it's like, that's a couple hours right there. So you're not going to be able to, squeeze the life out of every little thing. But see, now you have something to look forward to that you didn't get to see when you go back, which is super fun. Because if you got to do
Absolutely.
everything, it'd be like, okay, rinse, rest, repeat. It's fun, but it's the same thing I already did. So tell me about the cookie trail and then talk to me about the dessert party and, you do it again or you check once and whatever.
Yeah. So Cookie Trail, we really only got 3 of them just because even though I knew where they were with how much we were bouncing around, I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like we were not in locations where they were. Plus those weren't it was not until like 7 on the dot where things were opening because we had hit I want to say we went to Gaston's um around a time and they were like, "Yep, we'll see you in 20." We're like, "Okay." So then that was something that we passed over. But so that is something it's top of my list for next time. I would love to follow that. And just, all the fact that they pair it with a drink too, I think is really awesome. So I would love
Yeah.
to try a lot of those different flavors. So that's really on my list of I would focus more on that next time and just I guess pay more attention to where I was.
Yeah.
This time we tried to definitely do some more of like the riding as well because it's been so long since I've seen Magic Kingdom, plus then paying attention to photo spots. Now, dessert party. Oh my God. It was I don't even know if there's really words for it, but again, just the attention to detail of the people they literally take you to your seat and give you a full on introduction. There was a make your own Sunday station and an open bar if you are of legal age, and then like cider and
And
like
you are.
champagne. I know I was. And then there was like cider and like these tall little like champagne-ish flutes. They had milk, water, coffee, hot chocolate, everything you could imagine. And then what I thought was really, really cool was how they broke apart the actual desserts was catered to the themes of the park. So there were like Tomorrowland treats.
Oh,
So that was really sweet.
that is cool.
Definitely the Dole Whip one was probably one of my favorites, of course. I mean, cream puffs, brownies, pretzels, anything you can imagine was there.
Okay, I like that. Was there like a little bit of savory stuff to kind of off balance some of those desserts? I always wonder about that. Like, was it too much? You know what I mean?
I feel like if you do not have, if you are like hungry, hungry, then the control may be a little more slim. We did have a small dinner while we were kind of running around, so I wasn't too overindulgent, but I can see what you mean where there was not anything, there wasn't like like I know they were giving out on the trail like snowman shaped pretzels. That could have been like a cute addition maybe, or maybe some popcorn. But
Okay.
no, no, nothing like that. But what I can say too is you can actually leave and come back,
Okay, yeah. I guess so, yeah.
which was really awesome too, because I ended up like leaving to go grab, I wanted to say, I think I wanted a Sprite. That's like all I wanted to like
A
revive
Sprite?
my, yeah. So I stopped at the ice cream spot on the partner on the corner of that parlor right there, and then they let me right back
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's convenience right there. Did they have I know you mentioned you want to do some shaking your body. Did they have any like cute little like did you hit up the little dance stage or would they have going on over there for you guys?
Didn't get there.
Yeah, it's just too
Didn't,
much.
yeah, didn't get there. But we saw the storybook area where again there was also snow, the line for Santa, again, just the attention to the wreaths around the area and even like the spotlights that they put on the trees were so bright and it was such a vibe.
Oh my gosh, I was curious about that area because I
Yeah.
heard so many good things about it. That's
Mhm.
awesome. So then after your dessert party, then you guys had special like a special viewing area and talk about
We
that a little bit.
did. Once you were kind of done with your time, you just told one of the people that was working as a cast member and they escorted you to the Garden Plaza area. So we got to see a little bit of the last kind of showing. I'm not sure what show that was. I don't think it was the Frozen one.
Hmm.
And then we were pretty much front and center for fireworks display, and it was just glorious. And because you were like front and center, you saw everything as well, but there wasn't so many people around you. So I think
Right.
in general alone, if you, especially if you have like a family of four or more, to have a little more space to set your stuff up and not be seated for an hour holding your spot, I think was well worth it.
I think so too. I think that alone would kind of makes me want to do it. I'm honestly I wish it was more of a dinner situation than the
Agreed.
desserts. Yeah. But I do want to do it just for like and especially, just throwing out this for anybody who I have a person in my family who has is on the autism spectrum and I think if you deal with anybody that has sensory or social anxiety or anything like that, it is kind of nice and especially after being in the throng for so long to have that little area where you can spread out a little bit or just not feel like people are on top of you.
Yes.
And then did you see less of just people putting littles on their shoulders or was that
You're
still a
actually
thing?
not even allowed to do that. So
Oh,
when you
well, isn't that
entered,
nice?
yeah, when you enter the area, they give you specific directions of you can only go up to this point in time for now. And then once like the lights dim, because that's your indicator of, the magic's beginning, then you were kind of allowed to rush to the fence area, but they flat out said right away, you are not to put, children on your shoulders. So,
That's so nice. You know what? It would be really nice if, because in other areas of the world, even in for parades, like in Japan,
mhm.
everybody had these like blanket kind of like mat looking things that they folded up out of their bags and they would sit on the ground.
Okay.
Like everybody would sit on the ground. So there was never any like, you can't see because people are just whatever. I just think it's just more courteous. And actually if nobody does that, you everyone can see including the kids. It's when you start creating towers with your bodies and it's just like, you know what I mean?
Just
So if
like
nobody does that, it's like that is the solution, right?
Just like when you're driving in traffic, it really makes no sense that traffic happens unless people are stopping.
We could talk
So
about that for
yeah.
2 hours.
So
Also,
if
I
you
live in
just keep
Arizona, so don't even get me started about traffic. Yeah,
so if you just keep driving, then that problem doesn't totally appear. But I think that's exactly correct. But when obviously, unless like the Disney ropes, kind of like the knowledge you
yeah,
have, if this is your family vacation, people are going to do everything they can to soak in those moments, and even
yeah.
if it means creating some.
I get that, and I get it, and I try, I try to like look at it a little bit broader because I'm like, I get irritated, sure, just like anybody else, because it is annoying. Period. Like all the things that people do that I don't genuinely like. I don't think they mean to do it. I
No.
think, like you said, they're in the moment and they're just trying to make the most of that moment, and so sometimes you just like lose sight of just what's going on around you. And I think, yeah, that's exactly true. Like that does happen. I don't think people are maliciously trying to do that, although some, I wonder. But yeah,
I think some
um
people just lack some social awareness, but I think
for
really in
sure,
the grand scheme of things, if you're stepping foot on Disney property with your kiddos, you're doing it to make moments for them. So
for sure,
with
yeah,
a grain of salt, but
for sure, but still also just like take your kid off your shoulder, please.
well, and also like
So
safety, because if they fell or like
yeah,
someone knocked into you or like you got attacked by a stroller or someone passing by, safety.
for sure. Did you guys? I know you got to see Jack. Did you guys stand in line for any characters or meet any other characters? Bump into any?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We actually, I think that's a small lie. When we were grabbing like our early-ish dinner, we did see, I think, some characters kind of heading to posts. So I did get to see Eeyore and Winnie the Pooh walk by, so that was a moment.
Hmm.
But that was it, though. That's another thing you could
Actually,
have
that's
spent.
enough for me. That's enough for me. I'm like, just walk by. I just want to see you. I don't need to like stand
That's
in
a good
front of you
point.
and take pictures with you. I'm happy just to see them in their cute little outfits, Because
Fair
I feel
enough.
like sometimes you kind of have to really go like walk and find them. I like when they're just kind of like, you just like come upon them, which is kind of nice. I mean, if you have littles, like you definitely want to take the photos probably. And I'm not judging anybody who wants to take photos of the characters, go do that. But it's just kind of nice to even just see them walking around. And
It's a
sometimes
little
I was
more
expecting to
authentic.
see a little more of that. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like specifically in Disney World, I don't know. I don't feel like we see as much of that. I don't know. I feel like they're always like in a spot. But
Yeah, and I was actually
well, that's fine.
surprised at how many spots there were going to be when I was reading the party pamphlet and like the map. I mean, there were going to be characters everywhere.
Yeah. But you only really walked across Jack
Yeah,
and Winnie and Eeyore. Yeah. The only ones
yeah.
you got probably did to go actually physically find them.
Plus,
So
again, that
let's
could have been a whole other thing that you pay attention to. And obviously, there were a couple other
exactly.
things more, just like more important to my time there. So, but again, future reference.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys finished the dessert party and that last fireworks show. Pretty much that's a wrap, right? Did you guys get to go into any like stores or what'd you do after that?
Pretty much once we got to finish up fireworks and parade, we just kind of hustled. We did the best we could to, get to transportation and get back just for our own sanity.
Well, it sounds like you guys had the best time and you do want to go back to that party. So that says a lot about it.
Yes, absolutely. I honestly think the best part of the trip, though, which is just so interesting, because I don't even think it's technically like Disney associated, but being at the cake bake was the
I
best.
forgot you went there.
It
Okay, tell
was
me about did you
the
do like a little birthday moment in there?
we did. And again,
Yay.
this is like I don't even know if I should gatekeep this or not, but we'll
Uh,
see. So obviously we were able to get
I'm gonna
reservations.
cut this if it's something that helps me. I'm gonna cut this. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, we actually, well, I told you we got reservations through Open Table.
Okay.
And like the guy said that that's really kind of how you got to do it, which I guess makes sense. Disney might only have a certain percentage of openings, and then
That is such a good tip.
because it's not technically Disney. It's on the boardwalk, which is
Right.
Disney area, but there's locals. So these locals might just want to come, for, their own moments, but that was the only way that we got in because we were on it the day that we could actually
Yeah.
book. And the app was just crashing because everybody was, joining in on their dining stuff. So,
Yeah.
but oh my gosh,
So
when I tell you,
smart. Okay,
It
go ahead.
really,
I'm ready for this. I'm buckled in. Go.
you know, walk in.
Mm.
And alone, that structure was so well built and so stunning without anything added extra. But to walk in and just see the pure white with the holiday decor that they have chosen, this is what I mean. I'm sold every year for the rest of my
Oh.
existence. December birthday, and that's where I'll
Oh.
be.
I don't think pictures really do justice. Like it looks aesthetic and it looks very, and also it's, it's your aesthetic in there anyway. It's just like
It
regular time of
was.
year. Pictures, it looks really pretty in there, but it's there's no way that it can do it justice, right?
No, I mean, I was crying like the whole time. Like I was sitting like this, like fanning myself so my makeup didn't go wrong because that was our first stop of the day. Um, but then also as well, besides just the aesthetic and the decoration and the service was top notch. And for those people to be on it like that all day long, just again speaks volumes to the people that they're hiring at this establishment. So kind, so polite, knew the menu, flat out gave like recommendations just based off of kind of the vibes that we gave to them as well. Every drink was like bringing glitter, so that's totally right up my alley as well. And then they do tell you a story about like the dragon that like
Oh,
owns the place as well.
I don't know this.
His name is Brule. So then of course I'm sitting there and I'm like, these people know how to get me. There's a dragon. So, because he was like, are we here for celebrating anything special? And I was like, it's my birthday. And, he's like, well, here's like our birthday story. We have Brule the dragon. He owns the place, and he flies around getting everything set up. He's like, but unfortunately, because he's a dragon, he can't blow out his candle. So you get to do it. And then,
I'm
I
gonna
know,
cry now. Stop.
giving chills.
Oh,
So then,
gross.
they put the pixie dust in your hand and he counts you down.
I'm done.
Oh my God, done.
I'm done.
And you can bet I took the candle and I have it
You
with me.
better. Yeah, that's a shadow box moment.
Yeah, it really was. I was like, is this gonna make it through TSA or is this gonna be okay?
I'll fight somebody. You
Because
better
it was
let me
like
take.
already.
You can bring literal lighters through TSA. Did you know that?
No, no, I mean people bring certain things through, so I guess that makes sense. But I was just
Well,
more concerned about
you better believe we're taking the candle.
because it was already burned. I was nervous if,
Oh,
they would catch anything. But clearly it was fine. So that was a moment. I mean, I FaceTime my parents and it was
oh
just
my god.
now
And
something that
by the way, really
yes,
quickly, for people that think we don't want to hear from you on your trip, like that we might be sad we're not there with you, go ahead and FaceTime everybody. Like everyone wants to see. You know what I mean?
agreed.
Last year my daughter had a dance thing and they went into the park at Disneyland and I didn't go. We had some stuff going on, but you know what? I was first of all, I was headed into a real live deep depression. If you think I'm kidding, I'm not. Like all day long. But the text messages that she was sending me, and also she's under my Disney Experience app. So I just kept getting like the mobile order, like your churro,
Yeah.
your Dole Whip, your this, your that. And I was like living through that. And if I could get a picture and some FaceTime, oh my gosh, call who you're going to call. Like we want to see what's going on. Definitely.
I think that's so true because again, every single thing you do there is always such a moment. So sharing those moments is, how we
So
all
awesome.
keep going. So
Yeah.
that oh my gosh, even I stare at the pictures and I just keep scrolling. And I think the thing that surprised me like the most was I want to say it wasn't a snow globe, but I mean like the middle section of like that main dining area, it rotates.
Ooh.
So, like all of
I
the
didn't know that.
statues, yeah, all of the statues up there, like the deer and Santa and like the baby bear holding the pink balloon, it spins. So you literally get to see every single like animatronic they have up there. And I want to say it looks like a carousel. I guess that might be the word that I'm looking for. But in the middle, there's a table that people were
Okay.
seated at. And I'm thinking, I'm like,
What?
do tell.
Who do you
I'm
have
like,
to be?
how do we get there?
Who do we need to be?
Who
Wait,
do
but
we
I'm
need to
just
call?
picturing who do we need to know? I'm just picturing somebody though sitting in the middle cuz like if you're on the outside and it's a carousel then you're going around that? How does that work? They're not stagnant or what?
So it was very much like circular, right? So on the outskirts of the
Yeah.
circle, there was like actual benches. They even had pillows. I mean, come on, the details.
Gosh.
So,
Gosh.
so we literally got to see the entire area. And as you are looking, there's another like small circle. Think of it like a donut. So like in the middle of
Okay.
the donut where the hole would be was a table. And then that table is like what held up the structure where everything was up here, like the tree,
Oh my
Santa,
gosh.
again, everything pink, the bear and the baby bear and the mom. Oh, it was just
But
incredible.
also, if you're sitting on that table, tell me if I'm getting this right. Is everybody rotating around you?
No, the only thing that
Oh, okay.
moved is like the top of the carousel, I guess
Gotcha.
you could say.
Okay. Okay. I'm picturing
So,
everyone just like slowly
yeah,
watching
well.
you.
But like
Okay.
I got up and I was, taking all the videos and stuff and I was like, wait a minute, I'm like, that's all moving. So no matter where you were, you got to see
You get to see
everything.
everything. That's so freaking cool.
It was so sweet.
Okay, so then they did the cupcake thing at the end of your meal. Like, did you eat there or did you just
We
do cake and
didn't.
stuff?
We just did cake and stuff because that was really
Yeah.
all I cared about. I before even finding the reservation. That's why I was gonna call, be like, I will eat on the pavement outside. Can you just like give me a piece of cake and can someone put the glitter in my hands and let me have my birthday moment? So again, it all
Yeah.
worked out. But we got some drinks. Or the cake that we got was
Okay.
absolutely so tasty. And
What did you get?
it was more of like a raspberry champagne kind of
Ooh, sign
cake.
me up. That sounds
It was
delicious.
it was really great and it was so light. You could not have gone
Ooh.
wrong with what you chose there, but I mean it did not even feel like you just ate cake. It was so light and fluffy and having the fruit was really great. And again, of course, glitter everywhere. And then this was something I had seen on social media and of course I followed the trend, but I got a Shirley Temple to go. Get a Shirley Temple from them. Game changer. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
If it's the magic, but it tasted so much better than any other Shirley Temple I've had.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do it. That hot tips all around for the cake bake shop. This is awesome. So then, when you guys left there, because what time was your actual reservation at? Were you there for like an hour?
45. It was maybe
Okay.
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. So just enough time to really experience, enjoy, and then move on and do some other stuff. Okay. What else in Disney Springs did you guys hit up? Obviously, you went to World of Disney.
Yeah, so we had dinner reservations at Enzo and Maria's.
Nice.
Yes. So that was really great Italian food. And then
Hmm.
I was so bummed. This is one thing I can say I'm really bummed about. We did not get into the holiday bar.
Oh, Jock Lindsay. Is that where
Yeah,
you're trying to go?
yeah, we did
Was
not.
it
We were
just packed out?
yeah, I mean the line was like wrapped around the building.
Yeah. Next year.
So yeah, next year. So that
Next
and
year.
then we did go to the where else did we go? We didn't do Lego this time. Oh, we did the Christmas store where they have all the ornaments and stuff.
Oh, fun. Did you get an ornament?
I got one for my mom. Because I
Oh,
always
that's
used to go
good.
to Disney for cheerleading, because you mentioned your daughter doing dance. So it kind of became a thing where every year we were there, we were getting Disney ornaments. So then that way, down the line, when I have a family, we'll have, a Disney tree. So the times that I've gone solo, without my parents is when I'm bringing home some ornaments for them. So this one was really cute. It was like a Bambi and Thumper winter scene.
Oh, stop. Did she cry? I would cry. Did she
No,
cry?
but it went right on the tree.
Yeah, it's just so nice because when you look at them, you remember that where you got them and who gave it, all the things. It's just the best. I just love that so much.
All
What
the
a great.
things.
And so because you were in cheer, is that kind of want to talk about like where your Disney kind of trip started? Like, did you guys go a lot as a family, or was it because of cheer, or the you guys were already going in general?
Such a good question. I'm the only between my parents, and we had never done Disney until it was offered through Cheer because,
Mhm.
again, every single person and family kind of has their own mindset and thought with it. But my mom definitely knew that she really did not want us to go and do all the planning and, make those financial choices until you were old enough to remember it and be able to walk
Yeah.
it and do it. So,
Yeah.
It was one of those things. I was 12 when I had made the team that was going to be eligible to go to Disney. So I was 13 the first time that I went.
I mean,
And
what an exciting time to go.
oh
13.
yeah, whew, it was great. And then because it's
And with
through tier,
friends?
oh yeah, 30 of my best girlfriends because that
Fun.
was you
So
went with your
fun.
team. So that was really nice because that was how I got to see some different resorts just kind of through my journey because depending on where you like won your competition, that determined how you got an invite and what kind of invite, and then depending on what time of year, how many other people were like ahead of you. Whoever knows how that company, does their placements. But I mean, like, I got to see All Star Sports through them. I saw All Star Music. I saw movies, saw Coronado. Yeah, so those were all the places that I got to see because of that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And not just that, but just experiencing that with the girls. Come on. It's so great.
Of
So this
course,
is a
we
different
turn it into a little bit of a
what's
family
that?
vacation because we'd stay like another
Sure.
couple of days after.
Yeah, you're already there. So after you guys kind of walked around and stuff, did you guys look at any of the Christmas tree trail? Did you do any of
Yeah,
that?
a little bit.
Yeah.
The one right in town center was just absolutely stunning. And we kind of
Like the
followed.
main tree?
Mhm, where like the shops kind of followed. Even everything under there was decorated. There were like five different trees under there where all like Sephora and Mac and all that kind of stuff are. Saw the Nightmare Before Christmas tree, the Moana tree, ugh, the villains. Oh, it was great.
Gosh, did you just get a ton of pictures in this trip?
I really did. I really
I
did.
mean, you have to. There's just so many good photo ops, right?
Well, there really are, and that's something that I do struggle with, and I feel like being the age that I am like a big like phone in hand. I want to take the pictures and the videos because I do want to look back and feel those moments again. But also I feel I'm trying to shift my dynamic a little and be a little more present at times. Now, obviously, living in Cleveland and not being able to get there, as much as I really would like, I was so willing to take all the pictures and videos just to, again, share with my friends, share with the family. All the teachers at work were like, show us all the things. We can't wait to see when you
Oh
come
my
back.
God. I
But
feel like it's part of your responsibility. If you're going to go do cool crap like this, we want to see. We want to see. But do your part. Take your
plus,
photos.
I'm trying to like get everybody who's not on the Disney train be like, this is why there's a train. Come on.
Yeah, it's there's plenty of room for everyone. Jump on the monorail, folks. Let's go. Yeah, 100%. So then you guys had how was your dinner there? I haven't been there. We're,
It was a smaller menu, which,
yeah,
it
which
doesn't
I
really matter.
appreciate. Please don't give
Yeah.
me too many choices, please.
Yeah, the drink that I got was super cute. It was more of like a Bellini. It was really, really nice. And there was not a lot of people. It seemed like it was kind of separated off for some type of private event, but it was
Ooh,
quiet, which I was really great compared to how many
yeah,
people were kind of out and about.
right.
If I'm being totally honest, I was
Yeah.
not totally thrilled with the food.
Okay. Good to know.
Now,
What'd you
we
order?
also, I went with the chicken parm. I think the sauce is like what threw me. It wasn't like a traditional marinara meat sauce kind of thing. It was more like orangey. So
Hmm.
I just don't necessarily think it was like for my taste buds per se.
Yeah.
Now, also in comparison, when we were there in September, we got dinner at Trattoria El Forno on the boardwalk. That food was, I mean, words have escaped me. I mean, it was something that I feel like you would get from a professional chef. It was
yeah.
game changing. So, it, not that you ever should compare, but definitely that one
Oh,
was a
you
better
should.
choice.
Here's the deal. There's so many restaurants over there to try, and it's like the hard thing is like when you have a really good experience somewhere, you do want to go back to that place. But there's so many restaurants to try that you're like, oh, I want to try one of these ones I haven't been to. And then when you go and it's not that great, you're like, we should have went to Bobby Bob. But it's like, I think I'm always going to pick the new experience because I just want to see all the places. It's kind of hard to make that decision sometimes, though.
It is. And I mean, really, again, with how many resorts and different parks and mini golf and water parks and, Disney Springs, movie theaters, everything. You could have a different trip every time you go.
Literally. I know. I don't think that's something everyone realizes too that maybe haven't been to the parks, especially particularly Disney World. There is so it's chock a block. There's just so much to do. I mean, you could go back, like you said, have a different trip every time you go and there's so many things that they're including now. Like, I mean, obviously the water parks are closed for the season, but when they were doing that whole like the day that you check in, you could go to the water park, stuff like that. I mean, they're throwing stuff at you. They were doing the free mini golf or
Mhm.
whatever experience too. I mean, there's just so much to do. So little
I'm curious.
time.
This is a question since you're the professional. My family and I, we've talked about
Mhm.
this multiple times. If you will say, like, family of four, we're planning
Yeah.
a Disney vacay,
Mhm.
to do it properly and
Yeah.
do all the things, how
Mhm.
many days do you think you'd need to be there?
Personally, that you have four. Okay, not including the water parks. Wait, what time of year are we going?
Well, we'll say spring, summer.
Okay, spring, summer. So it's gonna be hot, right? Okay. I have some follow up questions for this. You're putting me on the spot and put you on the spot. Okay, yeah. What tier of resort do you want to stay at with the family? Because I'm assuming you're going with your parents.
Yeah, if it was like you as a mom, if husband,
Okay.
two kids were going, what time frame do you think would be adequate to do like a Disney vacation and do all the things and do it well?
I think, and I know this is going to sound excessive, I wouldn't want to do less than. I wouldn't want to do less than 6 days, which I still think is being reasonable.
Hmm.
Um, because, and look, we've done a lot of different ways. Like we've done 2 days at the parks and just went and headed park hopped 2 parks a day. Like we've done the shorter trips, but I think for people's sanity and especially when it starts to get a little toasty outside, ideally, and I'll just talk about the phase that we're at right now. We have, you know, um, one teen that's on this. Well, he's not teen anymore. He's 21, but he's on the spectrum, so he has some sensory stuff. And
Yeah.
then my daughter is like the drill sergeant on the trip. Like, whoosh, keep moving, people. We're not, you know what I mean? She wants to jump from attraction to attraction still, and just like go, 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 go. But for me personally, and especially since we've been back and done this, and I think you're climbing on this phase too of just like the go go going is just getting real old right now. Like
Yeah.
I really want to soak up the vibes of where I'm at. I want to watch a show. I want to like maybe go to like some dining experiences or go sit at the lounge or all
Hmm.
that stuff. And I think if you stay a little bit longer and you don't hammer it at the freaking park every day, I think that to me is like an ideal trip. And even if you have littles, I would still say that. Like when it gets hot in the afternoon, leave the park. Rope drop if you want. Rope drop if you want. Get to a park, then leave. I don't care if it's a park hopper or if it's a one park per day situation. Go back to your resort. They all have really nice pools. And even you saw at Pop, like, okay, maybe Pop doesn't have the water slides, but they have really pretty pools. They have the cute
There were
little
there
lounge
were splash.
bars. They have the splash pad, and you can just like hang out and just like have a little rest and then go back to your room. Maybe take a 20-minute nap. You know what I mean? Go get food at your resort and then get changed and you go back when you're feeling refreshed. And then people don't want to kill each other by the end of day 3 or hang somebody. You know what I mean? I think it's really important to
I
just like
do.
slow down a notch because I don't care who you go with. Like after you've been, I mean, look, we're all running on adrenaline because we're excited to be there and there's so much fun stuff going on. But you do hit a point where you just need to like
And if
take a
it's
chill.
hot,
And if
because
it's
if it
hot,
is,
it's next level.
that takes it out of you. The
It
steps,
does.
takes it out of you, all the
Mm.
things.
Yeah. So I would say like 6 days. And the other thing that I'm working into that is I want to go to Disney Springs. You know what I mean? Ideally, my flight's getting in a little earlier and I can drop my crap off at the hotel and go do that for fun at night because that's a good vibe. But I want to go maybe the next morning. I want to go hit up Gideon's and get a cold brew or like, you know what I mean? Like I want to go see everything, go to World of Disney and spend some time looking at some crap, you know what I mean, that I want to buy.
Well, when we went to Disney Springs in September, we were there pretty much right at open. I've never seen it so quiet.
How nice.
It was absolutely so nice. I mean, we weren't waiting for anything. We got to
Yeah,
just
that
that
is
was a really
nice.
great opportunity, kind of to the point of what we're saying, all the new experiences. We were able to hit like 3 places that I've never tried anything from before, and that was really refreshing.
You know what? And I was just thinking, and that is so nice. And I was just thinking, what you said before about going to the party, um, and I've talked about this on the party episodes. I think to look at your trip, no matter how many days you are doing. So
Hmm.
hashtag blessed. You go for 6 days. Look, we could talk endless hours about the different things we can go do. I mean, so many different resort opportunities, activities within those resorts to go do. There's literally so much. The putt putt, the different water parks, right?
Movie
Disney
nights by the
Springs,
pool.
movie nights by the pool. And the thing is like your resort in itself offers so many things to you as just you staying there for free. And it's such a shame when we're all just out there pounding the pavement. And I get it. Look, everybody does trips differently because we have only so much time or we spent this money in the park ticket, whatever it is. But it's like it is nice to look at it like you look at a party and go, okay, what are my priorities? And we don't have to have, like, I like to have a plan. I'm a planner, obviously, but I'm not a type A planner. And I think it's important to look at your trip and go, we're going to say for everybody that's going, what the most thing that we're most excited about. Is it attractions? Is it a new restaurant? Is it characters? Is it somebody wants to go spend the day at the pool or whatever? And then you look at your timeline and you go, where can we do it so that everybody has a good time? We know certain things about certain individuals in our family that might need a little downtime.
Yeah.
Plan that in there somewhere, whatever that looks like. And that can be going back to the room for 20 minutes or going to the pool for an hour, or it can be planning a sit down dinner. We kind of use that tactic. Plan a sit down dinner at the park, at Epcot, at wherever, because it gets you out of the chaos. Because even though, like, you guys did the opposite, you couldn't get into Jack Lindsay's, but you went and ate at a restaurant that was quiet. And even
Hmm.
though it wasn't like your ultimate restaurant experience, it got you out of the chaos for a little bit.
It
And
did.
it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. You just sit there like, oh, you could just have a little minute.
And
So that's what I would say.
even with that day, again, we got to sleep in after getting in late, second night in a row from the party.
Yeah.
Um, but we did cake bake, and then we hopped on the Skyliner to get to like the monorail, which took us to Magic Kingdom. And then we like kind of continued on. So I got to see the Polynesian for the first time. Got to see the
Oh, tell me
Grand,
about that.
yeah, got to see the Grand Floridian for the first time too. So again, it was just like really nice to find something, even if it was just like a quick little, like entree or like something that we were munching on, grab a drink and walk the property. I'd never seen those properties before, and it was again just such a really relaxing experience at both of the locations, honestly, especially like the Polynesian. I was really pumped to see that because I love Moana. I wanted to see some of the reno that they did when they were like doing all that promoting.
The tower and stuff.
Just
Yeah.
that was so great. We grabbed a drink from there. And then we just walked to the Grand Floridian and, saw some of the same stuff. And then after that, though, is when we headed back. We had like a 30-minute reset. I like put curls back in my hair, but then we were
Yeah.
like on the next bus, though, to get to our Disney Springs reservations. So, again, moral of the story, even though that was so relaxing, it was still a day of we were like
You're
everywhere.
going. Yeah.
I
But
really
it's like,
think I was like travel hungover for the entire next week, even though it was only like 2 days.
I know. It's crazy. I look at your trip though and everything you're saying, and I'm really impressed with how well that you guys balanced everything out because you really, I know it's still go go go, but you guys, like, you didn't just throw things in. Like, you had moments where you got to sit down and enjoy the atmosphere that you're in. I think you guys planned it like really well. So good job. I'm glad you guys had
Thank
like so much
you.
fun.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I did my best, but having your guidance and just like honest, like personal opinions of like what to cut, what to really pay attention to was super helpful. Just because obviously I think having a third party give you some
Yeah.
clarity is helpful because of course when you're doing the planning, you're like, oh my God, like we need to do everything
I
in
know.
perspective. It's like, no, we don't totally.
So I do want to give you an opportunity to, if there's, any socials you want to share or anything, if you want people to follow you or where they can find you, this is your opportunity
Sure.
to tell us.
Absolutely. with the job that I have, all my stuff is private. So obviously, if requests come in, I'll make sure to, accept those. My Instagram is the @ symbol, and it's celebrity, CELEBREET and 3 Ys. And then
It's
there
so
were
cute. I love that celebrity. I love that.
I think
Clever.
that was a cheer thing. The team name that I was on was Celebrity, and then
Oh my God, it's crazy.
once I got to like socials age, one of the guys on the team was like, "Wait a minute, this is your new identity," and it just has become that, and it's also my license plate on my car. So,
I love that. It's so fun.
so yeah, you can see a couple of the snapshots from the trip would be great. And again, I'm proud to be a Disney adult, and I will do whatever I can to try to help give advice and plan other people's magic. I told Lauren, I said at this rate, I'm like, I want to work for Holly.
Girl, let's do it. Let's go on some just so we can plan the fam trips. You know what I mean?
She literally was like, "Can you fly out here?" And I was like, "Oh my God." And she's like, "Come after your birthday." And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "But it's on my like list to get out there
To get
within
out to
like
Arizona.
yeah, to come see all you guys."
Good. You need to come out here. We need to hang, and then you can come and we can do like a live podcast moment where you're just like in the studio.
That'd be so great.
AKA my little living room off my kitchen. But yeah. The
and,
studio. It's very
and
serious.
and I'll bring this guy.
Okay, she has Gary there, and I just go ahead. You can show him. He actually looks really cute, but he is just all coiled up. Ugh. Yeah. Hi, Gary. He's very cute. Did you get him on your trip?
No, I was just really like in love with the idea of how they created such a character. Where I was telling my parents about it, and I was just like, I never would have thought that my heart would have, gone out to little reptile, especially a
I
snake.
know.
But I mean, again, just the whole thing of their like, he carries his little EpiPen because he would actually really never want to hurt anybody. So he's got the solution to the problem. I'm like,
Oh my God, that's so funny.
just like
How did
the
I
per-
miss that?
the permission to hug just got me. It really
My
that time.
gosh.
So
So mindful. So mindful.
so mindful. So because I was doing all this yapping about Gary, again, my parents just have embraced the fact that I'm still such a sucker. And on Christmas Eve, they were like, "Okay, like, would you like we have a gift for you. Like, do you want to open it?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And my mom was like, "But I have to pick it." And I was like, "Oh, if you're picking it, it's because like you know what you've given me." She's like, "You're gonna want it. Open it. It's Gary."
My
They
God, I love your parents for this. They are so
They
freaking
literally
cute.
like overnighted Gary from Walmart because
Stop
he
it. They're
was
good
sold out.
parents.
Good parents, because he was sold out everywhere because everyone's getting on the train.
Oh
So
my
he
gosh.
hangs. He's great.
Yeah, I will say that has unlocked a new fear for me. I don't know if it really helped though, because like he's gonna bite me on accident, which just and then on top of that, he's gonna stab me with a needle. I can't. But
This
I
is
get it. I get it though. Like, and your parents are the best for doing that. Like, 100% they win. They win Christmas. You guys had a fabulous Christmas. You had a fabulous trip. I just want to put it out there though that if you haven't followed the podcast, we're going to be doing lots of fun interviews this next coming year too. I've got some fun things planned for park interviews and whatnot. Maybe we'll get Bree out here too to do another little follow-up podcast on a park trip that she's taken. But you can follow me over on Instagram under Cast the Magic Travel and also Queen of Parks Podcast. And I'm also on Facebook as well, Queen of Parks Podcast and Cast the Magic Travel as well. And then obviously get over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and this is going to be recorded and shown on YouTube as well. So you can go under there under Queen of Parks for all of that. And just thank you so much for listening. And Bree, thanks for being my very first interview guest on the podcast show. It's kind of
Thank you for helping with the planning, and everyone listening, even if you think you have all the bells and whistles for your trip, talk to Holly. She is so great. She literally checks in with you the day before your trip is like, "What do you need?" And literally wrote an entire itinerary for us, and it's just so incredible to have someone in your corner to like make these moments. So
Well, thank you
use
for your kind
her,
words. Thank you for your
of
kind
course.
words. It was my joy to do it. And if I could have harassed you in the middle of your trip, I also would have done that. But I try to tap the brakes also. You know what I mean? Try not to make it
It's okay.
serious.
You should have. I was FaceTiming everybody else, so
I can't wait to see her photos. So I'll be putting up some of Bree's videos and photos that she shares with me and stuff like that too on the podcast notes so you can see. And
sounds
thanks.
good.
Yeah, and Bree, thanks again, and we'll connect soon. And thank you, everybody, for listening, and you all have a magical rest of the week.
Everybody.
Bye.